You need to know how unhealed childhood trauma wounds can affect your health. Your fave trauma coach, healing childhood trauma one truth at a time. So today I had a doctor's appointment, right? And I only take one pill a day, y'all, and it's a blood pressure pill, okay? This is me being open and honest with y'all. But that is something that I have been wanting to come off of, right? So ever since I moved to Houston, I had me a doctor, and I had told her that I want to work diligently to come off of that pill. And I know I needed to put in the work as well. Like, yes, I believe the Lord will allow me to come off of it, so on and so forth. But you have to be willing to put in the work that is necessary, right? So I went today. Not only did I go today and I got a good report, I lost 4.5 pounds. She told me that my blood pressure was really good and that she's going to eventually wean me off the blood pressure pill. But not only that, I'm saying this all to say about how it links to your unhealed childhood trauma wounds, right? And not just about what you eat. All of that goes with it. You moving your body, yes, that goes with it. But the things that you have unhealed wounds from your past, that thing will leak off into your adulthood. And it has for me. Not saying all primarily, because yes, I was eating junky at one point. But I said this all to say, you need to take your health serious. And you need to understand how it links back to unhealed wounds. And that is the exact reason why I show up the way that I show up on this here TikTok on my to my audiences, because I'm so serious about what it is that I have been called to do, because I have seen the necessary things that I had to do was to let go of toxicity, and whether that was family, people, family, friends, whomever, whatever, I had to let go of that. Whether it was let go of a toxic workplace, people, I had to heal those wounds of being a people pleaser. So on, it's just so much, y'all. And there were times when I used to scream a lot, and I had deep down rooted anger, which stemmed from unhealed wounds, right? So I had to go back and I had to heal those wounds and do the work necessary. And I said this all to say, take care of yourself and understand that it does link a lot of it to your childhood wounds that you have, but you have to be willing to do the work. No, a lot of it was not, and a lot of the things that you went through in your childhood, no, it wasn't your fault, but it's your responsibility to heal. But I'm so excited to share this testimony, and that is one other reason, not just why I show up the way that I do, but I just created my new ebook. It's called Triggers and Tantrums. Because did you know that as being a parent, your children will trigger the unhealed wounds that you have? They will. They will. And I wrote this ebook. It's a survival guide. It's an actual guide to help you. Things that you can implement today that's going to help you today when you pop off later on. And this is for real, because there were times when I went off and I snapped and I didn't know what to do in the moment. And I just did what I knew to do best. And that was go off, and that was scream and holler. And a lot of times it would send me to the hospital. I didn't know I had chest tension in my neck, headaches, so on and so forth, to find out it was stress. It was leading back to stress, but the underlying issue under the stress was unhealed wounds, right? That what a lot of doctors won't tell you that, right? Because no, they're not going to do that, but you need to understand that. But I said this all to say, y'all heal and go grab my ebook for my parents and my caregivers, because it's going to help you. I love y'all. Bye.